We are at Haridwar railway station this morning, and the team by Trek the Himalayas is heading to the village of Sari in Uttarakhand to start the beautiful Chopta Chandrashila Trek. So all the trekkers first meet at the station and then we hit the road. It's a 6-hour journey from Haridwar to Sari. On the way to Sari, we take a small stop at the Dev Prayag, where the Sangam of Bhagirathi and Alaknanda forms the river Ganga. Finally, we reach the quaint village of Sari and rest for the night. Next morning, our trek leader Devendraji briefed all the trekkers about the kind of terrain, the clothing, and the rule of the mountains that they should follow to acclimatize better. And finally, all of us left the base camp to our first destination of Deoriatal Lake. It's a steep ascent with marked trail, takes around 3 hours from Sari. Slowly we gain altitude, and along the way, it's fun to interact with the locals and share a laugh with them. Trek to Deoriatal concludes with a small forest patch just before the campsite. After having lunch, we proceed to check out Deoriatal and the vicinity of the lake. And our trek leader Devendraji made sure that everyone stretches well after their first day of trek. Well, new day, better weather. We were all set to hit the forest trail today. Today we were gonna do a ridge walk for the first few kilometers, where we could see the mighty Chaukhamba rising right behind us. This day was supposed to be the longest of all, around 17 kilometers and 8 to 9 hours of trekking through the meadows and the forests of Rohini Bugyal via Akash Kamini river. How long the walk is, the place was rich with flora and you could feel like a ranger while walking through these deep forest trails. And let me tell you, trekking on these trails during the winter is a different scene altogether. It's an absolute winter wonderland where you're walking on the bed of snow on these meadows. By the time we reached Akash Kamini river, it started raining heavily again. we changed into the rain gear, and in no time we could see the road and hear the civilization. Few of us took a bus ride for another kilometer to our base at Banyakund, and some of us decided to take in the weather and just walk in the rain. Next morning, we started again for our final destination to the summit of Chandrashila Trek at the height of 13,000 feet. The best part of this trek is that you will get to witness the highest Shiva temple in the world just below the peak. Although the weather gods were not in our favor, still all the trekkers were determined to reach the summit. This day is not so long, and usually we start early in the morning, but due to the weather we started a bit late, and while walking on these kind of trails you have to pace yourself in order to reach the top. If you're lucky and you get better weather on this trek, once on the top of Chandrashila summit, you will be greeted with the views of Nanda Devi, Trishul, Kedar Peak, Bandar Pooch, and the mighty massif of Chaukhamba. And finally, all of us were standing at the height of 13,000 feet on the top of Chandrashila Peak.